Weird Realities Network presents Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales, where we pull up a log, roast a marshmallow, and settle in as these two blondes talk spooky tales, urban legends, and classic horror icons. Exciting guests, perky blondes, and sinister tales makes this podcast as good as a double stack s'more. So let's join Bethany and Krystal as they gather around the campfire in Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales.
Yar!
That doesn't sound like rum.
No, in fact, it's strawberry prebiotic slice. I did not know Slice made this.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I don't pay that much attention to soda in general, though.
There's a grape version, too, so I will try that out as well.
Actually, is it soda or is it like a sparkling?
Like
Is it soda or like a sparkling water thing?
It's prebiotic and probiotic healthy soda.
There you go.
Strawberry.
I like Slice is soda, right? Is my first thought. That doesn't mean they can't make water.
Yeah, but instead of lime, it tastes pretty good actually.
Hola.
Yeah, we were just talking, John. Well, anyway, welcome to Blondes, Books, and Campfire Tales.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We want to say what you're watching.
We thought it was kind of interesting how John was commenting on YouTube before we even went live. So I don't know how that happened, but that's kind of cool that you did that.
It's cool.
Londa's here this time. She loves your hat, Rikki.
Awesome.
It's a good hat. Who would not? You know what it would be perfect for? I don't know if you're on TikTok at all, but there's this whole trend going around with people doing this scene from Hamilton.
Which one?
The one where he's like sneaking out the window.
I'm not picturing that scene.
I haven't seen it.
He's like sneaking out the window and singing about how he has to write a letter and go to a meeting at dawn, and his wife is like, "Come back to bed." But like, it's like role reversal. So like, women are playing Hamilton, and they're all in their like three-cornered hats, and like they all have colonial-looking clothes for some reason.
Well, I mean, it happens during that time.
I will send you one later.
Okay.
It's fantastic, and Rikki's hat would be great for that.
Nice.
They have like cool, like a whole outfit and everything. So
I like it.
Nice.
Oh my God,
I actually could put together a pirate costume, but I did not have time for that. So I have pirate-ish earrings, and that's as much as you get from me today. I'm sorry.
I have nothing pirate right now. Sorry.
It's not that I don't have the things, it's that I don't have the time to put the things together.
All I can say is booty.
Booty. There you go.
Booty rocking everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Mom's over here. Arg. Which, while looking up stuff for this, I did find a site that's like pirate words, and it goes by like alphabetical.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So here, give me like a letter, and I'll look up a fun word in that.
Z.
Q.
Okay.
We're both like, what's going to be a difficult one?
Apparently Z is not there because it goes all the way up to Y. But
because they don't have Z.
Y has yellow jack. That's when a ship flies a yellow flag. It indicates the presence of an ill crew member, such as yellow fever. But this is also a trick to avoid, or a trick that smart pirates use to avoid becoming the target of another ship.
Nice. I like it.
That's interesting. Okay, you said Q?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay.
It's right before R.
There's actually no Q's on here. It goes like, it goes N through P and then R.
R. Okay, fine. What about O?
O? Nope, there's no O's.
That's not even an uncommon one. What about K?
There should be some K. Okay. All right. Keel haul. Ooh, shit. Shoot.
Yeah, no, I know what that is.
Yeah. Do you know, Krystal?
I know what a keel is. I'm not sure
it's
a keel haul.
It is a painful punishment whereby the pirates drag a person side to side under the pirate ship, and they get cut up by the planks and barnacles from the bottom of the ship.
I have heard of that before. I forgot what it was called. Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And
that's
you?
Pretty messed up.
The letter U?
Yeah,
the letter U? I don't have a letter U.
V.
I don't have U. I have STWY. That's the last of the alphabet.
What about B?
B?
Barnacle.
Okay.
Bunghole. That's
Bunghole.
There's one. I know I am not saying this correctly. It's like bilge sucking. It's an insulting expression of disdain.
How do you spell it?
BILGE.
Yeah, bilge.
Sucking.
The bilge water. It's
bilge sucking.
Yeah, it's bilge water's like brackish crap on that gets stuck in the bottom of the ship and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that is. Yeah.
What about R? R.
R. Yeah, but R will be ARG. But R, we have run a rig, which is play a joke or a trick on someone. Run a shot across the bow, which is a warning shot given to another boat's captain. And then, of course, rum. That's there.
I said across her bow, not up it.
Those are Spaceballs.
2.
Nice. So yeah, that was my fun little thing when I was researching stuff. I was like, hey, I found little pirate terms.
I like it. I like it.
That is cool.
So we're going to talk about ghost ships, not necessarily just pirates, but just ghost ships, and it can be pirates and all. It's just pretty much all things ghost pirate ship. But did you guys get a chance to kind of look up anything? Do you guys have stuff you want to talk about at all?
We do have some stuff, and they're all different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of went more specifically for a specific pirate than anything because ghost ships was too broad, and I didn't have time to narrow it down.
Yeah, no, that's great. Do you want to start with your pirate then?
Sure. So my pirate is one of the 2 most famous female pirates, Anne Bonny.
The old Anne.
Yeah, you gotta love Anne Bonny. So, since we are talking about pirates and stuff, for those that are unaware, the golden age of piracy was like 1650 to 1720. So about 70-ish years was the golden age. Not that there weren't pirates before or after, but like when we talk about and think about pirates, we're probably thinking about somebody in that era. She was born towards the end because she was born in like 1698 in Ireland. Her dad he had money. I think he was a lawyer. And he had an affair with her mom, who was a servant, and his wife. Her dad was William McCormick. So she was born Anne McCormick. And her dad's wife wasn't happy that he, got somebody else pregnant. So she left, and her parents did stay together, but they thought that the best way to prevent any shame from coming upon them for having this bastard child was to dress her up as a boy and pretend that she was a relative that he was teaching to be a clerk. That didn't last for very long. People figured it out. And so in shame, they had to leave Ireland and they moved to South Carolina, where her mom died. And way before a lot of this stuff is kind of rumors. So some of the stuff I'm telling you is not verified. Like, she supposedly was super feisty, and a servant, when they were living in South Carolina, made her angry, so she stabbed the servant. Which, I mean, there's no verification this actually happened, but that's a fun little tale for somebody who becomes a pirate later, right? Like, she was just honestly always that way. So she ended up meeting and eloping with John Bonny, who was a sailor. He was not a pirate. He actually helped. He wasn't a privateer, but he helped snitch on pirates.
Okay.
And get pirates caught. But her dad was upset because she married this penniless sailor. So her dad pretty much disowned her. She and John went to the Bahamas, where he would go sailing around and helping to capture pirates, and she would drink in saloons all day with pirates. And she met John Rackham, who is known as Calico Jack, if you've ever heard that name. So he is the main pirate that she ended up going sailing with. Again, rumors. He supposedly offered John Bonny money to divorce Anne so that they could run away together. And when he said no, they ran away together anyway. So John should have just taken the money. So they went and they were sailing, and they, and supposedly Calico Jack was like, he was hot. He was the sexy bad boy, basically.
He was the bee's knees.
Yeah, he was the bee's knees, sure.
But he wasn't a bad boy. He was a snitch.
No. Oh, not John Bonny. Sorry. Calico Jack. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Rackham. I apologize. I totally misspoke. Thank you.
Oh, that cat.
Yeah. So he supposedly was like, and he had the bad boy thing going for him because he was a pirate.
So he was part of the Pirates of Penzance.
Yeah. I was thinking more like Jack Sparrow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That's just in my mind. I'm like,
I wasn't sure which he was. So
a ladies' man, but like ridiculous. I mean, I'm sure he was not nearly as ridiculous as Jack Sparrow. But anyway, so they were, even though, back in this day, it was considered bad luck to have women on ships. So there's a lot of talk about whether or not she dressed as a man to try to hide who she really was. Which one thing I thought was really funny, they were like, but there's also reports saying that she and also Mary Read were too bosomy to really hide that they were women, which I get that. Like, sometimes you just can't hide that. But she and Mary Read, who is the other, I would say, well, to me anyway, in my information on pirates, I feel like they're the two most famous. Not that there aren't other famous women pirates, but I do feel like those are kind of the two most well-known names. And they did pirate around together with Calico Jack. They became very good friends, which makes sense. They were the only two women on a pirate ship. Of course, there's rumors about them having a romantic relationship, but who knows? When they were all captured in 1720, Mary and Anne both, I really like how they said how this was worded. They pleaded their bellies. So they both said that they were pregnant to try to avoid the death penalty. Because, you don't want to put a pregnant woman to death because the all-important babies. Mary died in jail in 1721. I don't think it's known for sure whether either of them actually were pregnant. And Anne Bonny just kind of disappeared into who knows where. There's no actual confirmation of when she died, where she died, how she died. She potentially could have died in jail, but rumors of her death range all the way from 1733 to 1780, when she would have been like in her 70s and 80s.
That's a range.
So yeah, she just kind of managed. So maybe she just kind of managed to float away into
oblivion.
Yeah. So that's a very obviously condensed version of Anne Bonny. But I try not to take up too much time with my stories. So yeah.
I like how Londa, her favorite pirate is, I'm not going to begin to pronounce that.
Roro no Zorro.
Yeah, so I Googled it because I'm like, who is this person, right? And it's an anime.
Nice.
So.
Like, personally, I feel like it's much safer. Excuse me. much safer to have a fictional pirate as your favorite pirate, because they are fun and whatever, and real pirates were honestly evil people. So you don't really want to like, Anne Bonny's my favorite. Although, I mean, yeah, she's like, I find her story very interesting, but I can't say that I think she's a good person or was a good person. Like,
right.
She was a pirate.
She's a good story, not a good role model.
Exactly. I like that, I do like that she decided that this is what I'm going to do, so I'm going to do it. The 1700s, women weren't really able to do much of what they wanted. So she was like, I want to marry this guy, so I'm going to marry this guy. I don't like that took her to, I'm also going to kill these people and rob from them. Independence is great to an extent.
I don't think we said he was evil. Wanda?
When I read that, being a smaller print, I thought it said Romance Zorro. I don't remember Romance Zorro. I do remember Zorro the Gay Blade. That was a different one.
I think her comment, and Londa can correct me if she wants to, but I think the comment's more about, because I'm like, real pirates were not good people.
Oh, gotcha.
Fictional pirates, there's some gray areas there because they're fictional.
I mean, they were privateers. They were, independent contractors that were often, sent by the opposing side to ransack or steal stuff back from whatever the opposing country was, between Spain, Ireland.
Yeah. Privateers, if we like, that's a whole topic on its own, because they basically were pirates, except that the monarchy was paying them to be pirates.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
that's kind of cool though with your person. She not only is it Wanda, she loves Zorro.
Oh, Wanda.
Just imagine during that time, like obviously women didn't have a say in stuff. No one took women seriously on things. So for her to just kind of overcome all of that, and even though like she may not have been like the best person because she was a pirate and probably did stuff that was illegal and questionable and stuff, she also like handled her shit pretty much. Like she just,
oh, for sure.
Yeah,
she was, it.
Huh?
She Mulan'd it.
Mulan'd it, yeah. Well, for a little bit they caught on. But when she was the leader, though, she was as a woman, as a leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, they knew she was a woman. She was only like pretending to not be a woman when she was a kid.
And that was because her dad was like forcing her to pretend to be a boy to hide, because he didn't want shame, which I'm like, if you were going to pretend that this was a relative's child anyway, why did she need to pretend to be a boy? Why couldn't she be a female child of a relative? But, patriarchy.
Look, we're going to make up this lie, so we're also going to do this.
But, she did, like, I would say most people, you can't say they're 100% good or 100% bad. Like, we're people, we're complicated, we're mixed. Like, there's a whole mixed bag. And, like, she did horrible things in her life, but she also did brave things, especially for a woman of that time.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So that is why I do find her very intriguing. I do not find her to be a role model, but I do find her to be very
her story intriguing. Yeah.
Cool.
So, Rikki, what about you? What you got?
I went with the ghost ship idea. Holy crud, guys. My phone's plural. All blew up now.
Why do you have... I guess I have multiple phones technically, but my work phone is far away. I clocked out. I'm done.
Anyway.
I'm like, why are your phones blowing up?
Mom likes the Black Sparrow. Rikki. All right, so what you got, Rick?
I have no idea what you meant by that. Anyway, okay, so unless she was trying to say Jack Sparrow.
I like him.
Probably.
My first car, my first car, because it was 2001, was named Captain Jack in honor of Jack Sparrow.
Mine was the Sea Duck.
All my cars have been named after pirates, so some real, some fictional.
I had the Sea Duck, from Tailspin. I had Jean-Claude. He was a Grand Dam.
I remember him.
Jean-Claude Grand Dam.
Mhm.
I had the Grizzled Timberwolf. I had the Shuttlecraft Bumblebee. Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I had Captain Jack. He was a Taurus, so he was like big as a boat. Then I had Bluebeard, and my current car is Edward Teach, which is the actual name of Blackbeard.
That I knew.
I just had cars. I didn't name my cars. I just drove them. I just, made payments on them and went to work.
Oh.
I mean, my car and I is like one of the longest relationships I've had with a male. So why wouldn't I name him?
There you go. That is true.
And Bethany, you named mine. I mean, it's the Gremlin.
I named that?
Yeah, you're like, it's like the Gremlin. I was like, okay.
Oh, I don't remember that. Sorry.
So, I totally went nothing about pirates in particular, but kind of the whole holy crud, what? Stop. Anyway.
Just move your phones out of the way.
I mean, it's kind of work related. Anyway, so, but I mean, it was quiet all day until now. Anyway, I was going with the whole idea of a lost ship or a ghost ship on the desert type deal.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. And so, I mean, there's kind of there's a slight misnomer as I looked later on. Ghost ship could also reference abandoned ships that are, on the land and stuff like that. But as far as, lost ship of the desert, there actually is a legend that is totally false, or at least not verified historically, but it's about a ship that became stranded in the Mojave Desert, in California. And there's no evidence that this thing is there. But of course, there's always sightings and stuff like that. And the most common version involves like a Spanish galleon laden with treasure that sails up the Colorado River and into the now varnished lake, sometimes called Lake Cahulia. I know that's wrong. But, like the water.
This is what's happening.
It's Lake Cahulia. It was supposed to be Chihuahua. I couldn't say it. But like the water receded, leaving the ship marooned, and eventually the area became like the desert that we know today. While some claim to have seen the ship, it's never been found. It's supposed to be invented somewhere in Arizona. Yeah, there probably is. Yes, I have a whole bunch that are, it just kind of went on from there. Some of them were talking about, there was a lot of steamboats, and most of those were as a result of steamboats being more flat, taking a more shallow draw. They work best on wider rivers and such that are, slow moving, and they can kind of do their thing. So the problem is a lot of people started wanting their supplies quicker, so they would manifest actual, they would man-made dams and stuff to lessen the width of rivers and make them faster. And so
like the current was faster.
Huh?
Like it made the current faster.
So yes. They would make the river more narrow to make it more fast.
Yeah.
Yes. And unfortunately, these ships are huge. And so they would get stuck and, just kind of left there.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't think they fully thought of the physics there.
Oh, yeah, physics was not involved. And I mean, and then there's all sorts of other accounts of ships. One in Colorado that was underneath this farmer's land. It was 45 feet down, and it was a steamship. And it had totally preserved just about everything in there. Like they can still see the stamp on the rubber boots of from that said Goodyear. They had plates that are still usable. They didn't a lot of people went to dig this up and such, and like the farmer was cool with it, so long as they finished their excavation before springtime, so he can plant the harvest, his crops, and so he can sow his, crops there. And so they did it over winter, spent a lot of money and stuff like that. Ended up not making any profit or anything like that. They were hoping that there was gold. There wasn't. But all this treasure and stuff that they have, historical treasure that they opened up a museum for. You can go visit it, all, stuff like that. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff like that. Egypt, they had a whole lot of ships that were like right next to each other. They were dry docked. They weren't actually on any rivers or anything like that. In fact, they're like so many miles west of the Nile. And they are really well preserved inside their own cairns, for lack of a better term, like a stone enclosure with pictures, and holy crud, it won't shut up. Oh my word. In fact, it's stuff that's for me. I should probably look at that. But I mean, it was stuff like that. So my whole thought was the whole idea of, a ghost ship in the desert, because that would be a really cool idea. There is an island, Sable Island in Canada, and it's only fairly recently been opened up. And this island, it has a whole lot of stuff. For one thing, it has it has only one pine tree on it. In fact, it's kind of the icon of the island. They tried planting all sorts.
I think I've seen pictures.
Yeah, you probably have. And but only one tree has remained. It has lots of horses on this little island, and sand dunes and stuff like that too. It is the only location of the Ipswich sparrow. And Zoe, I forgot her last name, was the only resident for 40 years. She's a naturalist who just lived on the island and categorized all sorts of stuff, and has lots of fog around it, which has contributed to all the site. It being the site of one of the top-ranking shipwrecks, just all around there. Yeah, and so it was the whole fog type deal, and you think like ghost ship and fog and all that. So
well, that kind of answers her question right there.
Yep.
Fog.
So, but that's all I had there, and I should really look this up real fast.
Well, while you're doing that, Dungeon Dan popped on. He wants to know if we're talking about pirates or Rikki lost his shit. And Londa says it's both.
Oh, Londa and I, great minds.
And then Rachel says that, Rikki, you should have put Bigfoot on your hat.
That would have been a great place to hide him, in your hat. We all know he's there now.
Which, is this new, or am I just now noticing this? But I Want to Believe, have you had that poster? Or is
What
that
poster
new?
are you talking about?
I Want to Believe.
What poster?
Hey. Your I Want to Believe poster.
Crystal doesn't even see one.
What?
Crystal doesn't see a poster.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm taking too many pain meds.
I don't have any pain meds. That's the thing. I can't take.
How are they not giving you pain meds?
Huh?
How are they not giving you pain meds?
They
That's
gave
rude.
me pain meds, but the pain meds they gave me I cannot take because of my bypass surgery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that was
I'm on 0 pain meds right now.
I'm sorry.
So that's why I'm like, whew.
To answer your question, I put it up last episode.
Okay.
Yeah, it was their last episode for sure.
Yeah,
I
Don
remember.
got it specifically for that.
Okay. Well, there you go. Rachel's all, it's next to the window above Stitch. Thank you, Rachel.
Bigfoot, where's the
Come back.
poster?
Well, mine, I don't know. I just kind of looked up like old school, like classic ghost ships, and I took my notes here. So the most famous one that I found was the Mary Celeste.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So it left New York in early November of 1872. It went to Italy. There was a bunch of merchants and stuff. It was spotted drifting alone on the Atlantic Ocean on December 5th. So, like, it's not too long of a time period for the boat to be out, right? But it was completely abandoned. There was no sign of the captain, his wife, his kid, or any of the crew at all. But here's the thing: is nothing was wrong with the ship. There was no signs of like water damage. There was no signs of attack, like nothing. It was just completely empty. But there was a lifeboat missing. So it's kind of like what prompted them to leave the ship to get on a lifeboat dinghy, and then no one ever like found these people at all either. So like no one knows what happened. It's kind of like a it made me think of a Croatoan.
I was going to say, did they? Was the word Croatoan?
Yeah. So it made me
think
think of that.
Alcohol was missing.
Huh?
Some of the alcohol, because that was like one of the big things they were taking to Italy was a bunch of alcohol for the winemakers.
Yeah, like random stuff.
Yeah,
but it's
Where has the rum gone?
exactly.
And like okay, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to take over your story, but like the captain was a teetotaler, so like that was why it was weird that alcohol was missing.
What?
He was a teetotaler.
Oh, yeah.
Or straight edge, as we might call them today.
They used the alcohol to burn him.
Well, and there was like no entry in the logs for like the last 10 days. The sails were only partially set. But some of the theories, okay, are that there was suspicion of mutiny or piracy or fraud, which is funny if a pirate, like, pirate's a pirate. I don't know.
Pirate's a pirate.
Yeah, pirate's a pirate.
Are you sure you're not on any pain meds?
I'm on 0 pain meds. That's
Like,
probably why I'm like this, because I'm just like,
Guys, pirates are pirates.
but I'm using it as like a adjective though. Like you pirated, or a verb, you pirated a pirate. Anyway.
I'm sorry, I'm fine. Keep going.
Listen, the fact that I have a friend coming over in like half an hour to give me pain stuff, like that should tell you everything.
We appreciate her.
We do, actually. Dungeon Dan, he said, toilets backed up and they abandoned ship. One person had offal on their shoe and the lifeboat sank from the Mayhem mystery solved.
See, Dungeon Dan knew.
Yeah,
No.
because they totally had toilets.
I'm pretty sure it was Ofal, but that works.
She's all, Beth, no. Okay, so some of the theories is that the crew thought the boat was going to be sinking, although nothing was showing clues as to why. It was taking on water when the pump seemed to be broken, so I guess maybe they thought they couldn't do it, and so they prematurely evacuated. Had to pronounce that correctly. Other people thought it was like a water spout or fears. This is gases leaking from the alcohol. So that might explain why some of the alcohol was gone. If they thought that the alcohol was building up gas and about to like do something, they might have dumped some of the alcohol.
Yeah. Or maybe it made them like hallucinate.
That could be it too. But yeah, no one found the crew. No one knows the fate of them. Nothing. It was just a straight up go ship.
Oh, here's my theory. You know how there's that island that is a tribe that people literally are not allowed to go there because the tribe will kill you?
Oh yeah, the guy who went on there and they ate him?
Yeah, like maybe the tribe wasn't super violent, and like at that point when they saw all these abandoned people, maybe the tribe took them in and now they're living on that island.
Or they ate them.
Maybe the tribe was nice for once, okay?
Maybe they were pre-marinated by the time they got there.
From all the alcohol?
Yeah.
You know, they took just enough alcohol to please the natives.
Yeah, that was their intention.
No, just like Jack Sparrow.
Perfectly good ship. This is a great ship. We're going to leave it. We're going to get on a little boat, take some alcohol, and go to this cannibalistic island in hopes that we can be friends.
Maybe they didn't know it was a cannibalistic island.
Dude, okay, so hear me out. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, the little ring.
Right?
Because that would have been in vogue then.
It would have been. I used to have I got from like the Renaissance Fair in high school, like they called it a poison ring, and I just would like sit there in class playing with it so much that I broke the hinge.
Oh,
I never put anything in there.
Would you say that you were unhinged?
I was unhinged. It was sad. It was really sad.
Dan says alcohol make you do strange things. Well, I think
it can.
all of us
really
on this
can.
show.
especially if it's gaseous.
Gaseous alcohol. I do. I don't think you mentioned this one, but I know I heard one theory that they were like, "Oh, a sea monster got them," and it's like, but the boat was in perfect condition. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. There's like no damage or anything noticed on the boat.
And we all know the Kraken likes to hug a boat and crack it.
Okay, sea monster, like snakes, whatever. I mean, boat's not edible, so
maybe it is to a sea monster. You don't know.
Beavers. Don't they?
Maybe it's like a giant jellyfish, a man of war. Maybe that's why it's called a man of war.
Gosh, did you guys ever watch the movie Ghost Ship?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's classic right there.
Favorite scene was the clothesline.
What?
Yeah, it's the opening scene too.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. I like it.
It's very good.
I'm pretty sure I still have it on DVD. I can't really see my shelf that
I was gonna say, I think it's on Amazon. So that's weird. I actually don't remember the second half of the movie. I just always remember the first part, which is what you're talking about with the clothesline thing.
I mean, the second half of the movie is not as exciting.
Yeah.
Like, she thinks she defeated the ghosts, and then she realizes that she didn't.
Yep. Classic horror.
Ghost. He's a demon or soul. I don't know.
Well, just it doesn't have to be ghost ships, but what about like pirates? Do you guys have any pirate stuff that you like at all, or?
Well, I mean, I did pirate that time when I was pirating music through Kazaa, and
oh my gosh, Kazaa! I forgot about Kazaa.
Napster, Kazaa.
Yeah.
How many things have you
Kazaa? Kazaa.
Kazaa. So,
I mean, Ice Pirates is kind of fun.
The what?
Ice Pirates.
What's Ice Pirates?
Well, oh shoot, come on! It's got. This is where I think this was the first time I saw. Doggone it, this actor. I can't even think about. Every time, I'm always trying to remember his name. He played Hellboy.
I don't know who that is.
The better Hellboy.
Ron Perlman.
Yes, Ron Perlman. Yeah, I think that was the first time I saw Ron Perlman. Yeah, he was on Ice Pirates, and torrent site. Yeah, he was a little flamboyant there, but I mean, it was a lot of fun. The idea of just in space, pirates and ice and.
Wait, so it was a space pirate thing, not like a.
Oh yeah.
Frozen tundra pirate.
No. Well, I mean, not tundra, but frozen. Yeah, because
Gotcha.
ice pirates.
Okay. Well, you said ice. I'm thinking like Antarctica.
I mean,
looking it up, aren't you?
Me? No, I was looking up because I was trying to remember this ghost ship that I was because I mean I mostly was like concentrating on Anne Bonny, but I was like looking into ghost ships too, and there was one. It's the SS Bayshimo. It's not a pirate. It's just it was the Hudson Bay Company. It was a cargo ship that was trying to it was in the Arctic Circle carrying furs and other goods to and from trading posts in Canada in October of 1931, and it became trapped in a pack of ice off the coast of Alaska, completely stuck with no process of breaking free.
Oh, okay.
Before the ice crushed the ship. And all but 15 people were evacuated by plane because this was the 1930s when it happened. So, and 15 men, they were waiting out the winter to hope to like get the Bayshimo out. And they had created a shelter near the ship during a blizzard. After the blizzard, the ship had disappeared. But but it had broken free, and it was like, it's just been spotted floating for like decades. Just like randomly people will see it just floating around. And honestly, like, I'm just like, well, you guys were fur traders, so I really don't care that you lost all your fur.
Yeah. There's a lot of lore that comes with ghost ships. Like if you spot a ghost ship, like the bad luck it brings and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like when I grew up, I always thought of ghost ships like being like a ship that's a ghost. You know?
The ghost is the ship's all
well, you know, like you see the ship floating, but it disappears because it's like a ship, like it's a ship that sank. Like, this is my child mind. Okay. So like the ship sank and all the people died. So like the Titanic could be a ghost ship floating around full of all its you know, like
it was on Ghostbusters too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is in Ghostbusters too. Maybe that's why I thought of the Titanic was because of Ghostbusters too. And that's probably
better late than never.
That's probably where I got the idea from as a kid, if we're being honest. Just from Ghostbusters. So that's what I always thought. And then like as I became an adult, I learned, oh no, it's just like literally like abandoned ships just floating around. Like these things are real ships that just float around, but like they are still like it's still like a bad omen if you see one a lot of times. And although like according to maritime law, like you can, like if there's stuff on there and you find it, you can claim it. But with these ghost ships, like that's a problem. Like a lot of times it's like, oh, you might find it, but how are you getting this ship full of stuff back to wherever? Because so there's just like abandoned ships floating around the ocean.
They were very superstitious on everything. I mean, if you found some woman on the ship, it was bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, woman, cats were bad luck, but at the same time they wanted cats to keep the rats away.
How is a cat bad luck on a ship? Like it takes care of the rats for you. Like
I know.
But
hey, Dad.
And then another really famous one that I always hold on. Well, I mean, I guess it's famous, but it's fake. Is the Flying Dutchman?
That's what I was about to say. The Flying Dutchman is one. Mm-hmm. Londa calling Dad out.
A little bit late to class.
But yeah, the Flying Dutchman I think is the most like notorious one, but also the least information about it. It's just like more of just like a story at this point for a lot of people. Yeah.
It is. And it's just like, you know, people say that they've seen it, but it's just like, it's one of those ones that like, there's no confirmation if it was ever even a real ship. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, but where did the name come from? You know,
it's like, great lore. Well, it's kind of like on Pirates of the Caribbean with the Flying Dutchman
and Davy Jones.
What about the Flying Dutchman, guys?
the Flying Dukebon.
Yeah, they were talking about the Black Pearl, right? In mm-hmm. Pirates of the Caribbean, and they're like, and nobody's lived to tell the tale. And he's like, well, if nobody's lived to tell the tale, then who told the tale?
Right.
Then tell these stories.
Exactly. So who said that?
And then they're just like, shut up. Which is such a real reaction. Like,
it is.
You're ruining my story.
But I don't know. Could you just imagine? Okay, first off, like everybody knows that the ocean just terrifies me. So I don't want to be stuck in the ocean at all. But can you imagine being stranded in the ocean, like on your little life raft, right? And then you see a ship and you're like, oh, thank goodness. Like someone's going to save us. And there's nobody on board that ship. Would you go on that ship or would you stay on the life raft?
I'd go on the ship. I don't want to see what was on there.
I mean, at the very least, you're bigger and there's less chance of you capsizing.
And maybe it's the Mary Celeste and there's alcohol I can drink.
Or maybe it's been taken over by robots that are virus induced. That was a show. It was a dumb show. It was a ghost ship. There was these robots that took over.
I feel like they were
kind of like Borgifying everything. It was,
and we don't have that leap of the story that you're telling.
Okay, here's what I would do. I would get onto the bigger ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would look and see what I had. And then when I saw another ship, I would set my ship on fire so they could come rescue me.
Being made of metal might make it hard.
Not all ghost ships are metal. If it's a wood ship, I can set it on fire. I can set the mast on fire. And I can make sure I still have my lifeboat so I can escape.
I did take some PM Excedrin the other day.
But that's the thing. None of us are on pain meds. Some of us should be, but none of us are on.
So when I was thinking of the whole, what kind of made me think of going with, ghost ship on land or in the desert type deal.
Yeah.
Besides being the fact that, it's kind of an oxymoron, and I'm going to do that because I'm often like an oxy who's a moron. Anyway, I was also thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean when Jack was dead and on that land, with that ship and, all the crabs, the rock crabs and stuff, because that sounds like a fever dream.
Yeah.
But
rough, man.
When you were talking about the ship abandoned in the desert, my mind immediately went to that scene.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
I know there's a shipwreck somewhere here in Washington. I haven't seen it. But like it's like a famous one, and they like turned it into an island or something. I don't know. Let's just ignore that because
there was Shipwreck Island at Disney World.
No, there's like a shipwreck. And hold on, it's not that.
Mom had a good point when we talked about if you're going to go on the life raft or stay on the life raft or hop on the ship. And then Krystal said if you saw another ship. So she goes, what if that was just another ghost ship?
2 ghost ships passing in the night.
Right.
Oh, so if I set my ship on fire, but then it was a ghost ship, so it couldn't rescue me?
Yeah. Or you just become part of that ghost ship's history.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So basically, I would just need to be really careful about confirming what type of ship I see before I set my ship on fire.
Okay.
Or maybe
to make sure I'm hearing music
go in the ocean.
Party cruise or something.
Party cruise.
So I have to look for it, but at one of the cons, I was looking into audiobooks and actual books of this author who featured, I don't know the time period. It was kind of Victorian time period in a way, but it was steampunk in a more Victorian era. And which, I mean, that's kind of
steampunk already Victorian.
Yeah, it is. But this was more, anyway. And it featured this ghost. It had showed up, and so they were to investigate it, and it was kind of cool because they essentially came up with a Faraday cage to help protect them from all the kind of EMF stuff that was going on, and it was actually pretty cool. But I just thought of that, but I'll find it. I've got it over here somewhere. Unless it's over here. It's probably over here. Hey, where'd that poster come from?
Well, I think I kind of
what I was talking about, but whatever, it's fine.
Gosh.
What if ghost ships are aliens? They're UFOs.
They're aliens, man. Isn't that how he does it? The guy on into aliens? He's like, ah.
Actually, I think he was on Resident Alien. In one of the seasons, he goes to a con and he actually interviews with that guy.
Oh, cool.
I think so.
That would be funny. That would be something aliens would do. They're like, hey, let's just mess with these people.
Oh yeah, of course they would. If I was an alien, I totally would.
Well, I mean, what would be the difference on a ghost ship in the water versus a ghost ship in space?
Ghosts in space.
So because I mean, they'd both be kind of floating around with no control, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a ghost ship in space would have a lot more places to float around to, though.
Stacy says you should check
totally. I would make sure I had a lifeboat ready because I'm not going to burn down the ship with no lifeboat. Because what if it takes a long time for the
In
other
space, no one can hear you burn.
ship.
Well, you wouldn't burn in space because there's no oxygen.
True.
I wonder
so-
if on other planets that don't have oxygen, if things can burn because of some other gas.
or-
That's
or
true. Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't require gas. I mean, there's other chemical versions of that.
Right?
The TV series Red Dwarf, which apparently they're coming back, or they're actually.
I remember that series. Yeah.
Yeah. So, a couple of the series, or a couple of the episodes, they featured a holographic ship. So it was all the dead crew that were it was a computer. Everything was holographic. The ship was holographic. The crew was holographic. The computer that operated all of them were holographic. It was British humor comedy at the time. So, I mean, what do you expect? So about the same time as Are You Being Served? And, I mean, that technically would be a ghost ship, you know.
Yeah.
So
there's
where
your
were
sci-fi
all
ghost-
if they were all holographic, where were all the holograph sources?
Everything was a hologram. All of the computer parts and everything that's projecting it, everything was hologram.
Okay, but like, doesn't there have to be like an actual
No,
physical thing to
no.
create the hologram of? Like, if you're going to make
British
a hologram
comedy.
crystal, like the physical crystal still has to be somewhere.
British comedy. Do not think about it. Just like Doctor Who.
You're just naming a bunch of shows I've never seen.
Oh my word. You at least know a little bit of Are You Being Served? I know
No,
you were
she
around when we were.
doesn't.
Oh my word.
I have heard of Doctor Who. I've just never seen any of it.
That's
I know
fun.
that it has the blue phone booth.
TARDIS.
Yeah.
Yes, the police box.
And angels that cry or something.
Weeping Angel. Yes. That one's a little bit more new.
I've never seen it, but there's a couple things I know. Are You Being Served? No. No clue.
Bethany had already quoted from it.
Jeffries, yes.
Well, then you can
I love
blame
that
Bethany that I've never heard, that I'm not familiar with Are You Being Served?
It's okay. I think I actually watched Are You Being Served before I met you. So this was like elementary
Oh, okay.
school. Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean you couldn't have introduced me to it. I introduced you to things I watched in elementary school.
Yeah, but I just didn't think this was something I should introduce you to.
You also introduced me to things you watched in elementary school because you introduced me to VeggieTales.
Oh my God, look at that. Which I had the whole CD, Larry Boy. Larry Boy. Oh, Larry.
The ones I always remember
setting,
are
just
Barbara,
standing.
Manatee. You are the one for me.
I was like oh, where's my hairbrush?
Oh, where? I still sing that if I can't find my hairbrush, if I'm being honest. Like, where
Well,
did
we
it
was
go?
going completely off tangent.
Par for the course.
I know. But I think this is a good stopping point unless you guys have
Nope.
any other.
No, I definitely did try to get through my stuff fairly quick because I wanted to make sure we had enough time to get through everything because I knew you had a person coming with pain meds. So
Thank you.
They're like outside waiting.
I know. No, I have the door unlocked, so she's cool. She can walk in.
You're part of the podcast.
Exactly. Well, she's been part of it before, so. So anyway, we will meet together in 2 weeks. I think we have a author coming on in 2 weeks. I'll have to check the dates, but I think we have a guest person. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look. What?
Those have been in there for years.
What? Well, I totally missed something right there.
Oh crud! John's gonna kill me.
What? What happened?
John's like, I'm going to stop watching because you messed up my skull.
So this dude's poor Yorick here. His eyes were actually red M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, and we put a little red dot on it, and they've been there for years.
Oh.
Might be time to replace and get new M&Ms for his eyes.
Or you can get an eye
Got
patch.
one eye now. It's one-eyed Willie.
One in, Willie.
Goonies.
Okay. Well, on that note,
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. We definitely do have. I don't remember for sure who our next guest is, but I know we do have guests coming up. We have a few different guests coming up. Some authors coming up in the next few weeks. So, and if there's anything that anybody wants us to talk about, if you guys have any topic ideas for us in between our guests, definitely suggest those. We always like suggestions. So.
absolutely. Yep. And then I have Tucson Comic Con coming up in a few weeks, which hopefully I will be able to do it. I'm doing everything I can to be able to do this.
Hopefully you're not recovering from knee surgery. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I
So
find
if
out
anybody's
Thursday.
not aware, Bethany decided that with absolutely no training, she could lift something 100 pounds heavier than her, and she was wrong.
He did lift them.
I did for like half a second. There was
Yeah,
airtime.
and you messed up your knee for life. So
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
life.
I went one way, my knee, the bottom, like picture your knee like this, right? Like
I
you got
don't
your
want
knee
to.
flat and then your knee. I swear, my knee went this way and the bottom half went like this. It was such a feeling. Yes.
You need a peg leg now.
Yeah, I agree with your mom on that.
That would have been perfect. I do not have a peg leg, but I will show you guys if I can do it. I will show you guys my cool brace.
Oh yeah, your brace is like, it's like a whole thing.
It's got like dimensions and stuff on it. Okay, you have to tell me if you can see it because I can't see this.
Right now
Can
we
you see
see the
that?
ceiling. Now it's upside down.
Yes, we can see it. Yeah.
There we
It's
go.
like a
The
whole
ceiling?
contraption.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's my brace. Hence why I'm on the couch right now. All right, guys. Well, we will see you in 2 weeks. We'll have updates on everything. If I can bring you info from Tucson Comic Con, that would be great. After that,
We never did the video.
it's
From
okay.
what?
We'll figure it out.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you in 2 weeks, and thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Yarr.
Bye.